A college education has become a necessity to a successful career in today's society. However, a college education is expensive and for some unaffordable. Today, the national student loan debt has exceeded $1 trillion. Free college would enable more people to pursue and complete an education, giving birth to a more educated population, which would benefit our economy and allow more individuals to follow their dreams and explore their full potential. Having a more educated population will benefit our economy because today's workforce calls for a more educated individual. The nation's economy as a whole requires workers to be more educated and possess increased critical thinking skills that are best required through some form of post-secondary education. According to a study I found by Bergian and Martin, without workers who have the right foundations, the United States will lose ground to countries that have better prepared for the demands of the 21st century workforce, and ultimately the United States economy and security will be jeopardized. We as Americans live in arguably the greatest nation of the world. We live in a time where the realm of possibility is in reach for us all. With only one obstacle standing in the way, it's time we work together and work towards the right for free education. Eliminating college tuition would ultimately lead to a higher completion rate for college graduates. A study that I found by Georgetown University Center of Education shows that at current levels of production, the U.S. will have a shortfall of 5 million college-educated workers by 2020. That's 3 years away, not even. With the demand of jobs requiring college-level education on the rise, it's imperative that avenues to achieve the education are made available. For most, the goal of a higher education is in the hope that it will lead to a career with a higher life-sustaining salary. However, an academic journal that I found also said that a lot of students are walking away from their college education in debt with nothing to show for it. I'm sure there's some of us who can relate to that in the past. Many of the students who walk away are in the position where they got to choose work over school. I myself was in that position at one point. I'm a returning college student. Free tuition may not eliminate the need for students to work while attending school, but it definitely could alleviate the pressure of paying for that much needed education. So therefore, free college would lead to a higher completion rate. About a century ago, a movement made high school widely available, which helped lead to a rapid growth in the economy because there was now more skilled trained workers available. The time is right for Americans to push the standard of education even further. A study that I found on procon.org shows that the average person with only a high school diploma earns around $35,615, while the income for those with a bachelor's degree was around $65,482. It's almost double. A free college education is the key to that, and achieving your degree is the door that you need to walk through to achieve those goals. Having more educated workers in the workforce will allow America to stay competitive in the global market, benefiting our economy as a whole, which is everybody. As time goes on, advancements in technology give birth to a whole new realm of possibility. According to an article in Forbes that I read by Rebecca O'Bangley, in an economy characterized by global commerce and huge advancements in technology and fueled by the widespread of information, innovation, and entrepreneurship are crucial in keeping our great nation competitive in the world. Education opens a realm of possibility. We don't know what we're capable of until we tap into our potential. Some people are lucky enough to achieve success without an education. We usually refer to those people as celebrities. For the rest of us, our success can come from education, an education that you choose to follow in the field of your choice. Just imagine how much more our economy can grow if we had more educated people. an economy where we are better trained to have critical thinking skills to avoid the brainwashing of all the social media that we're all susceptible to now. Arguably, one of the biggest obstacles standing in the way of free college education is money. Who will pay for it? How can we make this happen? According to an article by CNN Money, the tuition can be covered by the U.S. and state governments. The feds would be in charge of picking up 67% of the tuition, which is about two-thirds, $47 billion annually. And the state governments would pick up the remainder, $23 billion, one-third. Of course, this would have to be proposed and passed by Congress, which would require implementing tax on financial transactions, and each individual state would also have to agree to contribute. Funds would have to be allocated for this proposal. Bernie Sanders, the runner-up for the Democratic Party against Hillary Clinton, referred to the additional funds as a Robin Hood tax on Wall Street. Agreed this would be a hard sell to convince people to vote in favor of the tax. It would be an additional tax on everybody. Of course, there are other expenses also to think about when going to college: room and board, childcare, books, transportation. But there's already other resources available to assist with those needs. There is a middle ground here. On January 9th, 2015, the Obama administration proposed a plan referred to as the College for All proposal. In a nutshell, the proposal would fund free college tuition for two-year community colleges only, and this is also for students that are fresh out of high school. So even myself, I wouldn't be eligible for it, but it'd still be worth it for our economy as a whole. And that would also be good because it would allow the doors to private institutions to remain open. So by only doing it for two-year community colleges, you're not knocking down the competition of education amongst private institutions. The proposal would encourage those who shy away from college to begin with to consider going, and encourage those who stopped after the two-year degree to consider taking it a step further and going into a four-year degree. Tuition-free college is the first step to a more successful career, and it's already happening. Since the Obama proposal, 4 states have already gotten behind it so far. We got Tennessee, Oregon, Rhode Island, and New York already implementing some form of free education in their states. This gives people in these states access to more jobs, more money, better employment opportunities, ultimately leading to a lower poverty rate. College gives people better skills to give them the ability to follow their dreams and innovate within their own economy, which will help everybody as a whole thrive. Thank you.